Doing a quick line check. Check, check. Hey, hey. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Microphone check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, hey. I didn't change a single thing. I haven't touched that thing since the first fight. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check in, check in, checking. 1, 2, 3, 4 for post fight. Hey, hey. Everybody. Thank you, people on stream. Anybody else? Everybody all good? Going once? Going twice? Sold.
All right, gang. The gate was 6.7 million. The attendance was 19,238, sold out. We shattered the arena record by $2 million. The performances went to Wells, Johnson, Turner, and Stoltzfus. Who's got the first question?
Dana, a very good, interesting, tactical main event between Islam and Ian Machado. Garry, Ian showed great defensive work. Islam showed that he was strong either against a bigger guy. Give us your thoughts on the main event and how it played out.
What did you say? He was what?
Stronger and...
Let me read. They have this thing like AI doing it for me now. Machado, Ian showed great defensive work. Islam showed that he was strong even against the bigger guy. Give your thoughts on the main event and how it played out.
When I hear it back, it sounds like a bad question. Not repeat it back to me.
Not a bad question. I think that, this is my honest opinion on it. I felt like tonight was set up for the upset. I felt like the upset could happen tonight with so much on the line, all the records that Islam has, and he's going to break Anderson Silva's record. There's weight classes for a reason. Ian Garry is a big, rangy, strong guy who has great takedown defense. I mean, if you look at his takedown defense tonight against Islam, it was impressive. I felt like I think that Ian is a talented guy. If he had even an ounce of killer instinct in that fifth round, he had been beating him to the body. Islam's whole, I think, right side was beat up. His face was beat up. You don't come out and hug and shake hands. And that shit drives me fucking crazy when there's so much at stake. And there's also, a lot of mental, gamesmanship, whatever you want to call it in this game. You come out in that fifth round with a flying knee or something crazy and you try to finish the fight. I think that this is one of those fights that Ian will go back and watch and say, fuck, wish I could do that over again.
Would you agree going into the fifth round, it almost looked like Ian was actually the fresher man, like Islam had more?
100%. And, if he came out and tried to destroy and win that last round, with everything that he had, I think it's a totally different fight. And then he gives Islam that explosive, he exploded up and got his back. And once he took his back and put the hooks in, that was a wrap. That he's going to ride that out till the round ends.
I felt like this.
But, that's how I felt. But on the Islam side, Islam went out, it's the complete opposite now. Against a bigger, strong, rangy guy who has good takedown defense, controlled him, shut him down. I don't know if he was in his head, and Ian felt like he had to come out and shake hands in the fifth round or whatever, but, Islam did exactly what he needed to do to win that fight.
Yeah. Do you feel like what Islam is now doing at welterweight is more impressive than anything he's done before because it's quite clear that maybe this isn't his completely natural division?
When you go in there, if you're at the weigh-ins or when I went in after the fight and Ian Garry came over and shook my hand, Ian Garry's handshake is like a fucking vice grip, and he is a big, powerful, rangy guy. And, for Islam to go in and do what he did to him tonight, physical and mental. Yeah.
You and Ian had a long conversation after the fight. What were you guys talking about?
Yeah, he's just like, listen, I know I'm one of the best in the world, and, I'll be back. This isn't going to, yeah. Well, 5 minutes ago, if you'd have come out of that fucking corner like a raging fucking bull, we might be having a different conversation right now.
Do you feel like Ian's too nice to his opponents? At the press conference, he wanted to build Islam up. He's been nice about him all week.
I think that Ian's a classy guy is what I think. And, he always shows class. He did, before the fight, he goes over and shakes, all the corners' hands and all that stuff. It's great. But when that fucking bell rings, you got to switch. You got to switch all that shit off and go. And you definitely got to do it in the fifth round after the, he fought a great fight against Islam who, everybody in this room and everybody else is saying, well, we might start talking about GOAT. You don't go shake the fucking GOAT's hand going into the fifth round. You come out to fucking annihilate him. I mean, that just has to be your mindset. In my humble opinion.
Can I get your thoughts on the co-main event between Mackenzie and Gillian Robertson?
So I'm a Gillian fan, and you know, I was talking about Joe Daddy Stevenson and B.J. Penn. I was way off on that one. I was actually surprised at how much Mackenzie dominated her on the ground and on the feet.
And then going to I don't know if you were even here, but the first fight of the night, Jeremiah Wells, his opponent Misubik Orbai opened up as like a minus 1,000 favorite.
Yeah, and he won a bonus tonight too.
Apparently he used to work here back in the day, and then now he's kicking off. He was kind of on the fence about retirement. He says he wants a top 15 if he probably doesn't get like a more upward trajectory of his career. He might step away. Have you guys got any clarification on?
How old is he? He's
pushing 40.
Yeah. Tonight was an incredible win for him. He comes back here at that age, wins in spectacular fashion, and gets a huge bonus, and it's awesome.
Hey Dana, can you clarify the bonuses? There were two Johnsons on the card. One had a Scottish twister, and the other one had a big knockout. So
yeah, Charles.
Okay, Charles Johnson. Thanks.
Dana right here. Can you just expand a little bit more on how impressive what Islam did tonight is? I mean, 17 straight wins. Anderson Silva's run ended in 2013, I think, and it's been 13 years for someone to exceed that. Like, how hard is this?
Yeah, and it's very hard. And if he keeps going like he says he's going to keep going, I mean, it might never be beaten, at least while I'm alive. So it's very impressive what he did. And again, in my thoughts on how Ian performed tonight, so like I said, you can flip that whole script and then drop it on Islam on how impressively he beat a big, strong, rangy guy who was doing damn good work. Islam did everything he needed to do to beat this guy. And like I said, there's weight classes for a reason, and tonight's matchup was a perfect example of that.
And it seems like the next one could maybe be the hardest one yet. You guys had, Prochas and Morales on the screen. Is it just obviously Tuesday you'll go back and kind of discuss who might be the front runner?
Yeah.
Carlos says he's been promised it. Morales was the backup.
Yeah, I know. He was telling me, I'm coming in there after the fight. I said, yeah. Just let Islam have his moment, and, we don't need you running in there with the whole fucking Muslim Brotherhood in here tonight. We don't need that shit. Let's just let's pump the brakes and see what's next.
Well, you guys showed Usman Nurmagomedov on the broadcast as well. Is there any update on talks with him or anything in that regard with him?
I mean, if we did, we'd announce it.
Sure. And lastly, there was 8 finishes tonight, and at this point of the year, there's been the most finishes, highest finishing rate since 2018 in the UFC. Is that just coincidence? Is that matchmaking, or do you think the finish bonus has maybe changed?
I think it's a little bit of everything. Yeah, a little bit of everything.
Perfect. Thank you.
Hey, Dana, over here. So, Dana, this was the UFC's first show in Philadelphia in over 7 years. What did you think of the crowd tonight, and how quickly do you want to come back here to Philly?
Yeah, I mean, I love Philly. I love this city. I always have fun here at other sporting events, too, not just ours. So, yes, we will be back sooner than this run that we were on here. But, COVID's a big part of that, too. So it's not just because we didn't want to come back to Philly or something. COVID was a huge part of that. To come in here again, sell out, and think about this. Now, everybody's spoiled with UFC because we sell out every fucking show, and it's blah, 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 blah. We're in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, with a Russian Muslim and an Irish kid, and we do a $7 million gate, and we shatter the fucking record here. The biggest event that's ever been held here, we beat it by $2 million. It's crazy. Unheard of before. If you fought in Philly, you'd have to have a guy from Philly in the main event. And, it's pretty impressive.
And last one from me is, since you also oversee Zuffa as well, when do you think Zuffa will become to Philadelphia as well, since you just recently brought them to New York?
Yeah, soon. Yeah, I actually can't wait to bring Zuffa to Philly. Yes, sir. Go ahead. My guy right here with the glasses, yeah.
Me? Oh, yeah. Dana, so another banger for the flyweight division. Eduardo Chapolin took the fight on 4 days' notice. Charles Johnson gets dropped, comes back with a Scottish twister. What's the ceiling for this flyweight division? Because it just seems to be getting better and better.
Yeah, I know that the boys, meaning the matchmakers, they've been working on all the divisions right now. We're working on some fun shit in our Tuesday get-togethers. So over the next year, you're just gonna see all the divisions just getting nastier and nastier. And then obviously we're in another contender series season right now, so it's gonna be a fun 9 weeks coming up.
Awesome. And one more from me. Do we have any update on Zhang Weili? Because a lot of people are interested in that fight with Mackenzie Dern potentially.
Yeah, I agree. No, we don't have anything on her. Yeah, we're still working with her. Love her and hope she comes back soon. Go ahead. Yep. Guy with the mic. Yep. Oh.
Dana?
All right, I'll shut the fuck up. Lene's running
Right
the
behind
show.
the last guy.
Yeah. Go ahead.
To go back on what he was saying about being 7 years since you've been to Philly, it's been 7 years since you've been to Minneapolis. Any news on coming to Minneapolis anytime soon?
Yeah. I don't know off the top of my head, but yes.
And then I met a German tourist here that came just for this fight, and he would like me to ask you when you're coming to Germany, maybe shortly after Minneapolis.
You ran into a German guy that wanted you to ask me when are we going to Germany?
Yes, he said you can sell out any stadium in Germany, that the promotion there sells out all the arenas, and they are nothing compared to you. So.
All right. Duly, thank you. Yeah. Fuck, what was I going to tell you? I was going to tell you something. Yeah, I don't know.
Right.
But thank you.
Edson
Yes, sir.
Barboza retired tonight after like 15 years fighting for the UFC and everything. What is his legacy to you in this company?
He's such a great kid, and he's been in so many wars. And yeah, I mean, we really like him. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say other than he's an absolute savage. Been awesome having him, fight in this company, and we really respect him and like him a lot.
And one for me, the GOAT status thing, right? Especially when it comes to Islam. There was a lot of talk of that. Maybe he's got some more work to do and all that. After the night, what other boxes do you think he needs to check to be considered the GOAT?
Well, I don't know what your opinion is, meaning all of you, but, if he didn't have that one loss on his record, it'd almost be a no-brainer. And this kid wants to fight all the time. He stays active. And after tonight, and what he did tonight, he talks about, 3-4 more fights. And so I think what you do is you just let this guy's career play out. And it's almost like what I keep saying about Zuffa boxing, Judge us at the end of this year, January of 2027. It's like when Islam's career is winding up and starting to wrap up, the more fights he keeps winning and the things he keeps got, the records he keeps breaking, it'll all speak for itself.
Dana, way back here. Obviously, Khabib was in Islam's corner. There's a little bit of footage as well of him putting the gloves on. Is there maybe a chance you could have another little conversation with him about thinking about doing one more?
Khabib? Yeah, I don't think that's ever going to happen.
Not even worth the chat, no?
Listen, when he was trying to retire, I was all over that fucking guy. I don't think you'll get him back now. Plus, he's got to weigh like 225 or something. Yeah. He's got a good life. I don't think he's looking to fight anymore.
Speaking of people with good lives and from that kind of era, Conor McGregor got the surgery done. I suppose what's your you were over in Ireland, you were at the pub, and I know that you were on FaceTime with him as well when he had that whole thing with Makhachev and Turkey and everything. What's kind of the latest on the Mac?
He's out for a year.
What's weird about this is like he breaks the gate record, massive event, like it's the biggest event, most concurrent viewers on Paramount, and then you just immediately move on. You're like, yeah, not concerned about him.
How do you immediately what?
Like you're immediately like, yeah, not concerned about him. I'm not even thinking about him until next year. How are you able to just move on?
Why
so
would
quickly?
I though? The guy just had surgery.
But would you not be
What do you
on
want
the
me
phone
to?
going, like,
Well, what we're thinking about is maybe in a year from now, when he starts thinking about it, who the fuck knows what the world's even going to look like a year from now?
No, that's true. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Another fight that's coming up that you're involved in, this Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury saga continues to roll on. I suppose you said that you made the deal for that fight. What's happening with that? And it looks like it's going to be in New York, but then seems like Team Joshua is saying that they're not doing it unless it's in the UK.
Yeah, I need this thing for you, my friend. I'm reading your. What's happening with that? And it looks like it's going to be in New York, but then it seems like Team Joshua says they're saying it seems like it's going to be in the UK is what I'm reading here. Yeah, I don't know. Listen, this fucking saga. We'll see how this whole thing plays out. I mean, they either want to fight or they don't. I don't know.
Well, you say you made the deal for the fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why would you have even allowed them to put it in the contract that AJ will only do it in the UK?
Well, I didn't do his contract.
So what deal did you do?
What did I do?
So you didn't do AJ's side of the
We
deal.
did the television deal and the venue deal.
Oh, okay. And that's going to be in New York, you think, or
We'll
ideally?
see. We'll see. Listen, to make a fight, two guys have to want to fight. Period. End of story. Contracts and this and that. There's a lot of fucking money, for grabs in this fight. Do you want to fight or do you not want to fight?
But,
I don't give a shit one way or the other.
So you'd be happy to go to the UK?
It's up to them.
So you'd be happy to go to the UK?
I'd be happy. Yeah. Listen, I don't give a shit. Do you want to fight or do you not want to fight?
Thank you.
Yeah. The fight should happen 10 years ago. Is it going to happen now? We'll see.
All right. Hey, Dana. Congratulations on tonight's gate. Something I wanted to ask is that Bella Mir is making her debut soon on the Contender Series, the daughter of Frank Mir, former UFC heavyweight champion. How does it feel that you're finally starting to see second-generation fighters come into the UFC from the time you were starting up?
Yeah. It's interesting because usually that doesn't go well. You know what I mean? When the next generation tries to fight. But she is an absolute freak of nature and incredibly special. And her goals in combat sports aren't just to be the UFC world champion. She wants to be the Zuffa boxing world champion. She wants to win an Olympic medal. She wants to be the UFC BJJ champion. And, shit, she might start slapping too. Who knows what she'll do. But, yeah, I'm excited about her. I've been excited about her since she graduated from high school.
So why do you believe that second-generation stars don't work out sometimes in the UFC? Is it because they were too spoiled growing up and they don't have the same hunger?
Yeah, oh, definitely. And you grow up different than your parents did in many ways, and their path isn't yours, normally. But when you sit down and you have dinner with Frank and his wife and Bella, and they start telling Bella Mir stories, like, where's Bella? And they look out the window and she's got like these sandbags running around the cul-de-sac at like 6 years old. She's built differently. And she went to college and she was in the middle of a wrestling season. And then she would come home for vacation, Thanksgiving or whatever that you get out of school for. And she would come fight in like jiu-jitsu tournaments and beat like the best jiu-jitsu people in the world without even training jiu-jitsu. She was just wrestling. So she is an absolute standout freak of nature and a one-of-one unicorn.
All right, and last question. So this goes back to, you have been in this game so long now that you're starting to see parents of kids come in. You started you took up the UFC 25 years ago. You took overboard. And now today, this is the inaugural year of Zuffa Boxing. And the startup, we saw you at the show last month at MSG. Just how much is the startup of Zuffa Boxing similar to the startup of the UFC in the 2001 for you? And does it give you the same kind of thrill in starting up a promotion again like that?
Yeah, I love starting from the beginning. I've actually been having fun with this, and I have fun with Slap too. I like building things, and we just did that fight in Ireland. The place was packed, and the crowd was awesome. It was like being in Philly here. Yeah, I love it.
And sorry, one more. Last month, I got to ask Edgar Berlanga if he would like to fight during the Puerto Rican Day Parade there in New York City during that weekend in the theater. We've seen it happen for Callum Walsh before around with St. Patrick's Day celebrations in Ireland. Could you see Zuffa Boxing trying to do something like that?
Yeah, definitely. I'm not saying we would do it this year, but yeah, we would definitely do that.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Dana, right here in front of you. So this is the first women's title fight of the year that we just had. Obviously, there was the injury with Kayla Harrison that interrupted your plans earlier in the year. But what's kind of the status of Kayla and also of Valentina Shevchenko? Will we be seeing them defend these titles this year?
I certainly hope so.
Is there any insight? Like, is it more than hope, or is there any insight you have?
Well, obviously with Kayla, it's a very crazy situation. Neck surgery, and after the surgery that she had on her neck, let me tell you what you don't want happening immediately. Amanda Nunes grabbing onto your neck. So, we want to make sure that she's 110% healthy before she comes in and fights.
And what of Valentina? Because her schedule's been pretty inactive.
What about who?
Valentina Shevchenko.
Yeah.
Her schedule's been
Yeah,
relatively
she'll
inactive the
fight
last
this
few
year.
years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Dana, your friend Dean Thomas just announced on the post-fight show that he's going to retire from cornering fighters after Gillian's loss tonight. I'm just curious your thoughts on that because you guys have a relationship, and he wears so many hats with the promotion, right, as a host and podcast and all that stuff.
Yeah, he didn't say anything to me. I didn't know about that. I never heard of retiring from cornering. that might be a first. That's the first I've ever heard of it. I don't know. Maybe he's just tired of the grind of, working with somebody. He's worked with so many fighters over the years. Maybe he's just burnt out.
And just lastly, on the second fight of the night, Neil Magny got another win. He has 25 wins in the UFC now. The only 3 fighters to do that are him, Jim Miller, Charles Oliveira. Like, how impressive is that longevity and success?
Yeah, it's awesome. He's such a tough guy, and he was like an underdog tonight, right? I don't know how the hell Neil Magny is an underdog ever. How you could ever count that guy out in a fight, no matter how old he is. He's just like a Jim Miller. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. All right, guys. Have a great night. And thanks, Philly. Philly is always awesome, man. I love this place.
Mackenzie over here to your left. Congratulations on your win, retaining the title. First title defense, unanimous decision against Gillian Robertson. How does it feel sitting up there, still having your belt?
Honestly, I mean, doesn't feel. I mean, it feels good, but I mean, it could feel even better if I would have got the submission. I'm someone that like am always looking for the best performance possible. So I'm happy with my wrestling. I'm happy with, I guess, the dominance of the fight. But I wanted to submit Gillian for sure. And yeah, and I still see lots of things that I want to get better just to be able to defend it more and more times. But definitely I feel like solidified myself as a champ.
Yeah, and why do you feel like that finish didn't come? Was it something that she was doing that surprised you? Was it something you feel like you could have done better? Why did it not come?
No, I think it was something that I could have done better for sure. It was just there were some moments in the fight that I was just kind of split between if I do more damage or if I look for the submission. And so you get in the moment and you just want to think like, should I stay more in this type of position so I can hit her more, or should I, keep attacking the submission and, like the rear naked choke. If I would have got maybe 15 seconds earlier, I think I would have got it because it was pretty deep. And but little details, things that I can definitely fix.
Yeah, you said you feel like you're the champion now after that one, really, truly. Do you feel like, though, that you still have to beat Wei Li in order to kind of get that sort of respect from everybody?
No. I mean, I felt like the champion before when I won the belt, but I just think I solidified myself even more as a champ for the fans, that they would say that. But I don't think I need to win Wei Li to be a champ. I mean, people retire. Not that I'm not saying that that's what she's going to do, but I mean, the more defenses I can get at this, whoever comes next, I think I proved that I was a champion. I mean, Gillian was 5-fight win streak, so Vina was a 5-fight win streak. I just became 4-fight win streak, so it's like, I mean, I don't know how much more I need to do to prove that.
Yeah. Do you hope that Wei Li is the one that is next for you, given the landscape right now, or do you think there are other options out there for you as well?
No, I mean, I don't hope for anybody, you know what I mean? Whoever the UFC gives to me, I'll be ready.
Did you get to talk to Gillian at all at the end of the fight? Obviously, given everything leading up to it, you described as high school leading into this fight. So post-fight, did you guys get to clear the air at all or anything?
No, not really. I mean, she seemed nice, but I mean, when you lose, everyone is a little bit nicer, I guess. And then Moa was there, obviously. So I mean, she was nice with Moa, and Moa. It's hard to not, want to shake a little kid's hand, So inside of me, I was like, oh, I don't know if I really want to talk to her or not. But of course, this is what we do, and it's sportsmanship. And I mean, it kind of gave a little bit of good drama at the end, and just helped promote the fight of her and the submissions and grappling, and for people to watch and kind of, want to see the fight. So it was good. I mean, we shook hands, but we didn't really talk.
Well, to kind of go off of that, all your fights leading up to this have been very respectful. This is kind of the first time we've seen you in this environment where an opponent is trying to antagonize you. Did it bother you? Did you like it, or just didn't play any factor at all?
It bothered me. It bothered me for sure. But I think, my coach, he tells me like, oh, she's waking up the lion, and just because I did go in there, I tried to like smack her a couple times, like with my hand. I really wanted to submit her, but it bothered me the most just because, she was talking about my grappling, and that's like my strongest point. That's, everything I built all these years in jiu-jitsu. So for someone to say that she has better grappling than me, that's kind of like, my mind. But being the champion and just kind of seeing the future generation and the upcoming girls coming up, I'm like slowly preparing myself because that's part of the game, and I think they're all going to be calling me out, and they're all going to be, you have to have confidence if you're fighting for the belt. So at the same time that I got bothered, but more because she's a grappler and talking about my grappling, I still thought that I was able to get into the vibe just because I know it's a title fight and people want to see the drama.
Nah, just last one for me. I know you don't pick your opponents, but when would you like to fight again? Because the last time we saw you was obviously October to now, a bit of a layoff. But do you want to get it back in there quickly and be a a competitive champion?
I mean, I would like to fight like probably March, so like maybe in 6 months, if I can get maybe 2 fights a year, that would be good. But after I won the belt, there was just, my life changed completely. There was all these obligations. There was just so many things I had to do. Now that I'm kind of defending it, I'm kind of getting in the rhythm of it, being a champion. My plan is just to get back to training and, media tour and do all these things that we have to do, but get back to training. So if the opportunity does come up, we'll be ready to take a fight, anytime. For sure. And also, I know Dana's been talking about like a big event. I wasn't at the Sphere. We weren't able to make it on the White House. So I don't know when this next big event, if it does happen, but I would like to get on that one.
Has he told you anything?
Nope.
Mackenzie, you've talked in the past about your desire to, want to continue to finish these fights, but it gets harder and harder the more tape there is on you, the more fight time, and just like all these things at the highest level to these fights. Do you know the things you have to do, like maybe in the next one to, maybe take advantage of different situations?
100%. I mean, we were just in the locker room right now going over what the positions I could have done better, the things I was missing, what we did right, what will come, what we will work on for the next one. So, I mean, me and my team, we're on top of that, and we're just constantly trying to get better. And I definitely think that the next, I could have finished this fight for sure. It wasn't anything. It wasn't a big mistake. It was a little details, but there are things that I'm gonna definitely change for sure.
Yeah, there was that one round. I think you had her back for like 4 minutes in or something, or with like 4 minutes left. Was she just, being extremely defensive? Do you feel you could have been more aggressive? What do you think of that sequence?
I mean, I think if we're thinking about the right one, like I had her back, but my back was on the floor. I mean, I just felt it was a little bit like sticky, She just kept kind of grabbing my hands, and I would like try to hit. I smacked her a couple times, trying to get my hand in to get the choke. Just a little sticky situation, I guess you could say, And I mean, obviously she has a lot of submissions. She's not someone who doesn't know what she's doing, but yeah, I definitely could have finished that fight, and I missed a couple opportunities.
Yeah, and in the 5th round, the only round she was given on the scorecards, was that just a case of like she kind of got top position and you knew you had the fight won and just like, don't let anything crazy happen here and this is mine?
No, I mean, I'm not someone who's like, I already got this, and I wanted to win every single round, but honestly, my legs were getting tired.
Mackenzie over here. A lot was said pre-fight. The grappler versus grappler debate. How would you rate her grappling?
I mean, I didn't really get to feel her grappling too much. Her on top, she didn't really try to pass my guard or anything. She kind of was going more for the ground and pound, I guess. And then just passing her guard or mount, and I wasn't able to feel her grappling too much. I felt like it wasn't world champion, black belt, ADCC champion level.
Kind of piggybacking off of that, you secured a Kimura at one point, but then let it go to elbow her leg. Did she have you in a calf slicer? Talk us through that.
No, she didn't have any. She didn't have any type of submission or anything on me or any danger. I didn't feel danger at all in the fight. I just felt, yeah. I mean, I wanted to get her legs tired. I wanted to just kind of work different areas. I just wanted to try and beat her up, a little bit all over.
Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mackenzie up front, or middle, I guess. Near the end of the first round, you had that sequence where you were kind of looking for the choke there. Didn't quite have enough time. Do you feel like if you had like maybe another minute or so, you might have been able to do things to kind of make that situation work, or was that a position that was possibly a little stalled out?
No, definitely. If I would have had probably like 15 seconds more, I think she would have or gone to sleep or tapped.
And obviously the submission record was kind of a big thing about this. You didn't get it here. Do you really want to get that record ultimately? Is that something that actually means something to you, or could it just be take it or leave it?
Definitely. I mean, since I went into the UFC and people have been talking about my submissions and my grappling, I've always wanted to be getting, breaking records. Gillian was a big person talking about like how I didn't know who she was. She was the record holder, but I didn't even know who the record holder was. Honestly, I knew that Charlize DuBronx had the most submissions. So I mean, I wasn't even looking at like this level. I was looking like, out of all the UFC, I want to have the most record. You know what I mean? I was just thinking big time, like focus on Mackenzie and get these wins. And honestly, I didn't know who had the submission record for the women's. So that's definitely something that I would like to try to get. But just because I want to be someone. I don't want to go through all of this, beat up my face, my time away from my daughter, camps, and then when I stop fighting, you're just forgotten. You know what I mean? I want to try to get to Hall of Fame and just accomplish things and make a difference, inspire people, and try to be, hopefully try to be a legend.
And the last thing, actually, you mentioned your daughter. During, I want to say the third or fourth round, you were grappling closer to the side of the cage where she was, and I could hear her at least shouting instructions. And obviously, we hear a lot of fans, or not fans, teammates and things like that shouting instructions. We don't usually hear the children of the fighters shouting them. Like, what was she saying? Can you hear her in that moment?
Oh yeah, I can hear her. I mean, before the fight, she's like, I saw her in the hotel room before we left. She went with one of my best friends, and she told me, she's like, "Mom, do this hook and then the right, and then you're gonna kick her, okay?" And then I'm like, "Okay, I'll do that." So I mean, she goes to my training, she corners, she brings in the water. I was hearing her the whole time. She's telling me to kick her in the head, punch her, and she gets involved. And I can hear her. This was the first time I actually talked to her before the fight. Tate was, I think it was Tate, was passing the Vaseline on me, and I'm hearing like, "Mom, Mom, Mom, Mom," and I never talked to her before the fight because I don't want to get like soft. But I'm like, okay, I got to do it. And it's crazy just that my first fight when she was born, she was 4 months old, and for her to be 7 years old now, and her to be so involved, and she just kind of grew up with the UFC family, and she's so used to it. And it's like the second time she's with me when we raise our arm together, and for her to be able to experience that. But yeah, I can hear her the whole time, and it's like she's fighting in there with me.
Can you ever see an instance, or maybe sometime in the future, where you're fighting and she's one of your cornermen?
I mean, we actually talked about this at playing around. How old do you think you have to be a corner? I mean, if it's something like 10 years old or 8 years old, definitely I think I can put her in there. But she would have to learn how to be a little bit, quieter. She's got to let that work be for my dad and Perillo, But yeah, definitely I would love to have her in the corner. But I don't know if I'll be fighting that long if it's like 16.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right here. So obviously years chasing the championship. You finally get it. First title defense successful. So all those boxes are checked off now. Did tonight feel like emotionally different than when you actually won the belt the first time?
Yeah, I mean, it was a night of like excitement and happiness. It wasn't like a night of relief, and I think the relief that I got when I won the belt, that was crying and emotion, and this one was just excitement and like happiness, because we defended it, and I mean, I think there's a happiness because I felt like I was able to get better at a lot of things, especially because I won the belt getting taken down a lot. And I was able to take her down, and she's a grappler, and, another girl that's on a win streak. So definitely happy with the performance, but it's a different emotion. And I know a lot of people are going to be studying me even more, but I think we were able to bring some more like dangerous, like, aspects to my game that whoever's going to fight me next, they're going to be like, okay, Mackenzie actually does have some good wrestling. Okay, Mackenzie is getting better. Okay, look at, and not just a grappler. So, I mean, we're definitely happy with the performance, but it is different.
Yeah, and last one for me. You were talking about, being a champion, the obligations, obviously the media stuff and everything, time away from your family, the training, having to even fit in training in between the actual other obligations. At any point, did it feel overwhelming for you at all?
Um, I mean, not overwhelming, no. But I mean, there was getting to a certain point where I was like, we got to say no. Like, we can't keep doing this. Like, not that keep doing this, but just like we can't keep traveling. We got to be training, you know. And it's just it's so good. It's so much fun, and it's like it's good because it's not. I mean, it's not just fun for me. We're doing like cool stuff. We're doing tons of stuff. We're doing fundraisers. We're doing charity stuff that you want to keep doing, but it's just technically impossible to do all of that and maintain your training at the level that that you have to keep it to defend your belt with whoever's coming at you, and they're hungry and they're training so hard. So, I mean, I could say it wasn't overwhelming, but it came to a point where it was like, okay, we got to slow down. What's our priority? Our priority is to keep the belt as long as possible, and to have good performances and keep getting better. So now that we kind of got that out of the way, and I think I'm starting to understand how to be a champion and the obligations that come from it, I think people are going to see a very long reign as a champion. Thank you.
Mackenzie back here.
Mm-hmm.
One question from me. If you get a couple more title defenses, could we see you potentially move up to 125, chase a second belt versus Valentina perhaps?
I don't think so. Not for like a long time, because one of my best friends, Natalia Silva, will be the future champion of 125. So, I mean, one of our goals was for me and her both to be champions at the same time. So yeah, I hope she has a great reign at 125 and me have a great reign at 115. And yeah, just enjoy that. I mean, we'll see in the future if she goes up or something like that, but I have no plans for that. I just want to enjoy both of us being champions. Thank you.
I was just going to say, Natalia was ringside and she did not stop screaming advice to you the entire fight. Curious what it means to have her support in that manner.
Oh, it's so amazing, especially like just her being, a fellow UFC fighter and chasing her dream too. I mean, we've been friends since before either of us were fighting for the title. So to be, she came from Brazil to be here to support me, and she knows Moa since she's little too. It's so great, and it's good to be able to have good people with good hearts in your corner. Thank you.
Hello, guys.
Islam, you're here. Congratulations, you did it. The 17th straight win. It was a tough fight to get there, but how good do you feel right now, having accomplished what no one else in the history of our sport has ever done before?
Feel happy. Thank you so much. Feel happy. Hard fight. It's good fight. Good opponent. And now it's no more Anderson Silva. Islam Makhachev record. I like this.
What about the fight maybe surprised you the most? Was it like his resistance on the takedown? Was it his striking, if anything at all?
Jan is good opponent, and very hard to fight with someone who stand and wait, He just waiting, and very hard to show good performance with someone like that. He stand, I see his leg, try to take him down. He have some good defense, but very hard to show good performance with someone like that.
You clearly won the first 2 rounds, and then 2 of the judges gave him the 3rd and the 4th. So it was, getting pretty close in that 5th round. Did you feel you needed to go and get that takedown with a few minutes left and just close the fight strong?
Of course, this is some of them give 1 round or 4th rounds, but I feel I won the 3 rounds, before the last round, But Khabib and all corners say you have to win the last round, and on the last round, I feel I can take him down, do something more, because this 3rd and 4th round not very tough, and I have power to finish, to show the good performance end of the fight,
And you dropped him with that head kick in the 2nd. Did you think you were going to be able to get him out of there in that moment?
Yeah, I just told in some media, he happy I don't have big leg, I just catch him with my fingers, and it's good shot, After that, I try to land it some punch, go crazy, don't control my emotion, and almost finish him.
How do you feel physically after the fight? Obviously some bruising, but I know you were hoping to get out of this one and maybe turn around faster than last time.
Yeah, he gave me too many scratches, He gave me very hard headbutt end of the 4th round when I make him slam. You can see he gave me back headbutt, and I feel that moment in the fight I don't remember when my nose bleeding, and right away the blood is coming out, and I thought maybe I broke the nose or something's happened, He gave me very hard headbutt, but it's okay. Hard fight, it's make you improve. And I feel improve, I still have to gain some weight, try to be more big, more power, and I have time, And what this fight show me and show everybody, it's not like my hardest fight, Doesn't matter how its fight is gonna go, easy or hard. From the first minute to last second, I'm going to war. I'm gonna fight every second.
And what did Khabib say to you after the fight? And also, what does it mean that you got this 100th win for you and Umar and Khabib and Usman in MMA?
We don't talk about this, but we are best team in the world, We are best team in the world. Next week, 3 of our teams fighting in Miami, Umar fighting in Shanghai, We have a lot of killers in the gym who watching our fight, who watching our careers and still training every day. In Abdul-Malik legacy still going, still growing, Too many fighters gonna come from our gym.
And just last for me, there's videos of Carlos Prates and Michael Morales backstage arguing about who should get the title shot against you next, and they both want it. They both think they deserve it. How do you feel?
I don't know who I want to choose, No matter who is them. Maybe let them fight. Why they not fight in this card to see who is the #1 contender, But it's okay. I'm happy we have some real contenders in this division. And these guys, Morales, Prates, Shavkat, they make me training every day more hard. But because I see this is the real fighters who can give me good fights.
Islam, front, right here, other side. It seems like between every round, Ian was saying something to you, kind of trying to give you a hug, touching you on the head. Beginning of the 5th round, he high-fived you. Dana White said he hates that. He wished you guys would just...
Bro, honestly, I don't understand, man. This is the fight. This is not something we have to, like, hug each other every round, you know? We're going to war to broke the face, to broke the eye, you know? That's why I respect all my opponents. But Jan, I don't know. He respect too much.
What did he say to you after the fight? Because it looked like he came and
He
shot you.
just said, I fight today with the greatest fighter. Yeah, I respect him, you know. He's a good guy, very kind, you know. But this is the war, you know. Look my face. I just come to beat everybody. It's not some things you have to play. This is fight. This is not game.
Congrats.
Thank you, man.
Islam over here. Multiple times during the fight, Ian kicked you in the knee and you two exchanged words. What did you say to him after he hit you with those?
Honestly, the kick which he tried to do, it's not bother me. On the camp, we're working a lot on that because it's he can give me injury by that. But in this fight, I don't feel any kicks from him. He landed couple body kicks, also not hurt me, but he landed couple good. And one of them, which one he landed by his finger, he touched my eye in the second round. But you know, I just told you, it's very hard to fight someone who just stand and don't go forward. You know. Thank you.
Islam right here. All week the story had been asking you if he's your toughest opponent. Now that you've shared the cage with him for 5 rounds, was he your toughest opponent? And if not, where do you rank him?
Oh, maybe top 3, bro. But the Australian fight, it's crazy. With Volkanovski first fight, he gave me a hard fight, bro. This guy is dog. He go forward every second, you know, he don't stop. And that time I remember we have very hard time, you know, and all arena support him, and even if he mispunch, the all arena go like crazy, you know. But it's hard, you know. Some of them when you won before, by first round, you not grow, but 5 rounds you give your many years, you know. You guys don't understand, because when you finish someone from by first, second, you not grow, but the second, the minutes inside the cage, it's some things which one give you more experience. This is the number one things. You never gonna find somewhere experience like that, just inside the cage when you have hard time.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Islam over here. You mentioned kind of a desire to put on some weight, get a little bigger. How much do you feel like the size at 170 pounds has kind of made things a little more even between you and opponents?
Honestly, I don't know. I feel he a little bit, maybe couple kg, he bigger than me in this fight. And I think in first fight in welterweight, because I focus on that, I know I was bigger than this time, you know. But this is I think the things which one we have to still thinking what to do, how to gain some more weight to become bigger, you know. But I don't want to go back to lightweight, because I told you I enjoy every second with my team, with my friends on this camp, because you know, when people who never cut some 15 pounds, they never understand, you know, how it's hard. You have to training very hard and just follow the diet. That's why I enjoy now to fight welterweight, enjoy the camp, fight week, everything, you know. That's why I will stay in welterweight and will fight many years more.
You have 10 more, you have 10 rounds now, 5 more at this weight than, obviously being most of your career at lightweight. How do you feel you're moving around in there on fight night now that you're at this weight for, again, 10 rounds?
Не понял.
What do you mean he has 10 rounds more?
He's completed 10 rounds as a welterweight.
Ты закончил 10 раундов в этом весе, как?
Yeah, it's not. It's more tough guys, more big guys. With all respect, they are the most powerful division right now. That's why we fight all 5 rounds. With all respect, they are guys very tough. Mandalena, Jan Garry, Prates, Morales, Shavkat. It's not secret. You guys all life in this sport, and it's more hardest division in UFC right now.
And lastly, for me, Ramadan is in February next year. I know you'd like to avoid, having a fight lined up for that. Are you looking to be able to fight 2 times next year after Ramadan?
Bro, we have to fight before Ramadan, 100%.
Before Ramadan, okay. So you're shooting for January.
Of course. January, end of the year, we have to fight.
Maybe even the end of this year.
Yeah, because I'm not like 20-somethings. I'm 34 years old, and I have to fight soon as possible because I'm not cut much weight. I don't have like any big injuries. Just have to maybe double check my nose. That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you. And before this fight also, I give my approval to fight in White House. It's long story why I'm not there, but I told beginning of the summer I want to fight. I call Ali, I call everybody, I want to fight. But it's not something I chose and I make,
Well, what is the long story?
Because Ali called me and say, hey, you want to fight White House with Ilya Tapuria? I say yes, and I'm never asked. They offer me good money, and next day Ali say it's not happen. And I don't know. Just see what his manager said. He said we offer the fight, we ask some money, they don't give us. That's why we chose. Maybe Ali know all story, bro. He will tell you. But I never say no, and I don't do too much media. And Ilya start talking. I'm injured. Something's happened with me, but it's not true. I give my approval to fight in White House.
Ислам, привет. С победой. Спасибо. Я думаю, что для всей страны подарил ты хорошее настроение на неделю вперед. За это тебе большое спасибо от нас всех.
Спасибо.
Ислам, скажи, пожалуйста, правильно ли понял, что до Рамадана подраться хочешь, да, вот для русской
Да,
публики?
да, конечно, 100% надо до Рамадана. Рамадан в феврале где-то начинается. У нас еще 5-6, 4 месяца точно надо подраться.
Да, хорошо. Скажи, первый бой с Волком все-таки тяжелее, чем сегодня, правильно понял?
Да, первый бой и для организма, и вообще по состоянию был намного тяжело. Там много факторов. Мы дрались, у него с зимы в лето приехали разные температуры, акклиматизации, вся арена его поддерживала. Вообще проблемы с восстановлением, с временем. Турнир начался в 5 утра. Очень много факторов сыграло на то. Это был вообще худший день моей жизни, чтобы подраться.
Понял. Скажи, хочешь ли подраться в полусреднем весе до 20 побед еще? Или уж больно крупные тут ребята?
Ничего, будем набирать тоже. Вот Ян Гарри был один из самых высоких. Я не намного ниже него. Так что буду здесь еще много лет.
Спасибо, с победой.
Спасибо большое.
Islam back here. Congratulations on the win. Khabib always looks nervous in the corner. I wanted to ask you, out of you and your teammates, who do you think makes Khabib the most nervous?
We have some couple guys, and I also corner a lot of our fighters. We have some guys who never listen, and some of the time when you corner someone, he don't listen. You just want to stand up and go to the locker room, because some of them never listen. But it's very hard to corner some people, very nervous, easy to fight, because I just told you guys, we're not just teammates, we all brothers, That's why very hard to corner someone.
And your brothers, they've all been having Philly cheesesteaks in front of you. Are you excited to finally have one now that you're done cutting weight and you've won the title again?
Still, I don't eat good Philly cheesesteak. That's why. Ali, order to the room, please.
Islam right here, right back here. Congratulations on the victory tonight. It's the 7th straight title fight you've been involved in. Again, you broke Anderson Silva's record, double champ status. And pound for pound, #1 fighter in the world. You've accomplished everything there is to accomplish in the sport. And you also said the 100th victory for you and your team today too. What makes these moments still so special for somebody that has been there and done it all? Like, why is this still special to you, and what keeps you going as well?
It's still it's special because we still made the history. It's Abdul-Malik legacy. It's all about our discipline, about our school, Abdul-Malik Nurmagomedov School. And I just told you guys, it's not finishing today or tomorrow. It's gonna go until the MMA we have this sport.
And lastly, one more thing I wanted to mention, ask. Obviously, you and your team, you come in from Dagestan, but this week, especially shown towards you at the press conference, and tonight there was a lot of love shown towards you and your family, with you being the Philly fan base seeming like they were cheering for you. Just how does it feel to come in from Dagestan, that's a completely different culture, and kind of take over American culture as well, and becoming this figure over in the States as well?
It's good. It's become, I like to fight in USA because I feel last couple fights, the crowd all support me. They all come to watch my fight. A lot of fans come to somewhere to watch my fight. That's why I just want to say thank you, and I love to fight.
All right, thank you, Islam.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.